Now, comments made by the CEO of the Chamber of Bulk Oil Distributors, Senyo Hosi, questioning the quality of graduates from the University of Ghana was a subject of a debate by the UG Debate Society last night. At an alumni homecoming event at the university a week ago, Mr. Hosi described graduates from the school as non-thinkers. But is that true? Maxwell Agbagba sat through the contest of ideas as students debated the matter. Here is Maxwell's report.
I have 3 degrees, all from the University of Ghana.
The Chief Executive Officer of the Chamber of Bulk Oil Distributors and an alumnus of the University of Ghana, Senyo Hosi, criticizing the university for failing to train people he describes as thinkers.
Respectfully, the old men running this school, there are too many. Get them out. This is a school of mediocrity. So if you want to fix it, it starts with you guys as lecturers. It starts with being the thinkers. You guys are not thinking.
It's a normal day here at the University of Ghana Debate Society. The motion here today is divided a lot of opinions. They're using the Cambridgian style of debate. So we have proposition who are in favor of the motion and opposition who are against the motion. This subject by Senyo Hosi has divided a lot of opinions out there, and members of the University of Ghana Debate Society are hoping to settle it with what? A debate.
It is about 9 p.m. at the lower lecture room of the University of Ghana. Members of the Debate Society are gathered arguing for and against the motion. Quote, this house supports the assertions made by Senyo Hosi, unquote. Level 200 political science and Spanish student Rosalind Plaha is arguing in favor of the motion. She supports the comments made by Senyo Hosi.
People are rather focusing on investigating his degrees, where there are bigger issues that have been raised. We feel that we need to focus on those. That is what we are saying. And therefore, we are forced to ask, who is thinking? I can tell you one person who is thinking, and that is Mr. Senyo Hosi. He comes up with many claims. The fact is, if we talk about people not thinking, it goes beyond the management of the University of Ghana. Our government is also not thinking. Because look, yes, of course, because you realize that the sort of policies, everything they are doing, we're going into a double track system, and then look, it means there's going to be more pressure. And I am in a political science class. The ratio is 700 to 1. So you have people standing outside. So we admit that there is a problem. But we feel that the university can't do something about it. We feel that breaking in the classes, I have old lecturers, right? And they behave like gods. You are not to question them. So I remember level 100 constantly arguing with my lecturers. You ask them a question. Yes, you were in my class. You ask them a question. Yes. And then it resulted in an argument. They feel that you ought not to fight against them. They feel that this is what they are saying. This is what is in the book. You are here for that degree. Pass and wrong. We feel that it is very bad. This is what Senyo is talking about. We are not thinking. But you know what's worse? They are actually training us not to think. Just that they are not thinking. So they are not allowing us to debate in the classes. They are not allowing us to be able to have discourse with our lectures on the things we are teaching us. These are the things we are talking about.
Debate coach Antonio Edem Asinyo is arguing against the assertions by Senyo Hosi. He says the comparison with Assertion University is a non-starter.
We think that's laughable, and mostly the temptation is to compare it to Assertion. The point is this, ladies and gentlemen. University of Ghana as a public university, and indeed the nation's pride and glory, has a responsibility of not just giving education on quasi-professional courses, but on the liberal arts, something that Chelsea do not have, and something that someone like Rosalind, if you are going by their standard, will not have education and will probably be in the home selling tomatoes. But we do think that the value of giving Rosalind, who is studying Spanish and political science, the value of giving Antonio, who studied theater arts, the value of giving Ezekiel, who is studying psychology, is not only to provide them education, but to provide them an enlightenment that will be able to make them better human beings in future. It is better off than denying them. What do we have? What we have in Ashasi are people who are studying business and people who are studying engineering. There is no political science, there is no Spanish. And that would mean that if you should go by their metric or by their standard, a lot of you here will be home probably doing nothing. What Senyo also says is get rid of them. Get rid of them is getting rid of all the old men. And we think that that is a mark of someone who is clearly not thinking or appreciating the times.
Level 400 law student Safo Kwame Ohineba who is speaking for the motion and in support of the comment, says, indeed, more younger people have to be engaged in the management of the university. Level 400 pharmacy student Jeremiah Sechi, who is against the motion, will however rebut the claim.
The heart of Mr. Hosi's problem with UG is that our degrees are not practically relevant, that we aren't taught to think from administration to the ordinary level 100 students. For this reason, I am going to deconstruct propositions cases using techniques from UG required course, critical thinking and logical reasoning, a course I am sure Mr. Hosi didn't apply when making his arguments in that session. He states categorically that University of Ghana's graduates are not employable. They don't have employable skills. What logical fallacy does this apply? Hasty generalization. We don't necessarily have to change every single old man there to get new ideas in the system. But why is that change slow? They argue that, oh, we aren't employing newer, younger lecturers. This is because there are barriers to attaining quality credentials before you run a university. You just can't graduate at 21 and have a bachelor's degree and expect to become the University of Ghana VC. You have to have experience. You have to have different qualifications, and those qualifications take time.
A member of the Debate Society and an international student from the US, Sage Gosiano, watched the debate. She disagrees with the claim that the university is not training thinkers.
The university can give you tools, like tools such as classroom and books and the internet, like they even mentioned the Wi-Fi. They can give you those tools, but it is up to the individual to take those tools and progress themselves into becoming a thinker and a creative person. Like a university can't give you creativity. You have to like learn creativity yourself and like inspire yourself.
Fantastic. Which school did you attend?
Presbyterian Boys Secondary School.
Presecally go.
The debate has ended. I've now met Jeremiah Sechi after his arguments. He says Senyo Hosi's comments undermined efforts towards making the university the best in the world.
Beside me, there are numerous examples of students who are doing amazing things and graduates who are around the world doing excellent things. And to have an alumnus come to undermine everything that we are doing over here, maybe he had some valid concerns, but then the way he put it really undermined all the efforts students and faculty were putting. So I felt a personal responsibility to confront those ideas, and I believe it's in the spirit of his critique, because he said we aren't thinking, and I was like, okay, this is what we've been thinking about.
Coach of the University of Ghana Debate Society, Antonio Edemasinho, has been talking about why they settled on the motion.
It's because the University of Ghana Debate Society is a place for discourse, and as some.
All right, well, I'm sure that the debate will continue on social media. It will continue in your homes. It will continue on your WhatsApps as well. Let it keep going.